Join and play today on GeForce Now. What is up, everybody? It's Project Storm, and I told you all to have a little bit of patience. All of you people who know about GeForce Now and you know about STARFIELD and you've been waiting for that game to hit, well, it's here now. And so is what you see on your screen right now. That's Devil May Cry 5. And if I have time, I'm going to be dropping a little bit of 4K 120 FPS gameplay for you all. I'm not that great at the game, all right? But I will show it all because I know it's beautiful, fast, and frantic. But we have a lot to talk about right now, so let's get into it, you all. All right, what is up, everybody? As you can see right there, we're always live from week to week at 4K 160. My gosh, I'm thinking about 4K 120, y'all. 4K 60 FPS is how I drop these streams, all right? I stream games on GeForce Now at 4K 120 or maybe even 1080p 240. But man, let me keep it together. Now, whenever there's exciting news, y'all, I lose my mind, man. I can't really focus. I shouldn't even be making this video right now because I'm over here smiling, man. I'm thinking about my experience on STARFIELD, and I'm thinking about all the people that's jamming up the servers right now, trying to get into a GeForce Now account so that they can stream this game at better quality than they can on their potato PCs or their consoles and all that stuff, man. And rightfully so, y'all, because the game is straight up bananas on GeForce Now, especially on the ultimate tier, y'all. I have a video that I just made yesterday if you would like to see how the game runs at 4K ultra settings, as well as on my RTX 4090. I put them in the same stream at times. Check that out. It's right here on the channel. Just search it in the search box. All right, GeForce Now, STARFIELD, right in the search box on my YouTube channel. You'll find that. All right. But Nvidia debuted AI-enhanced real-time ray tracing for games and apps with new DLSS 3.5. And why am I breaking this down? Well, it's because this technology is going to be coming to GeForce Now very soon, and I will be streaming it day one when Cyberpunk's Phantom Liberty DLC drops, or when that expansion drops, y'all. But now let's go back 4 weeks ago to let you all know, in case you didn't, that Game Pass came to GeForce Now along with 25 new games. 3 weeks ago, GeForce Now got pretty wild, y'all, with Party Animals leading 24 games in the month of September. All right, and just last week, it was Attention Please as Focus Entertainment brought their games to Game Pass, or brought their Game Pass titles to GeForce Now, all right? So it's hard to keep up with all these moves that's being made. So I will be all over the place at times, and I don't care. All right, I don't care. Let's continue to drop this news for you all right now so I can get back to playing me some STARFIELD on GeForce Now, as well as other AAA bangers. But shout at the devil. We're not going to shout out the devil, right? What we're going to do is shout at the devil. It's Capcom's Devil May Cry 5 joined GeForce Now. And y'all, if you can't tell how excited I am, man, I'm just a gamer. You know what I mean? Who happens to play in the cloud and who happens to know that cloud gaming is better than 90% of the gaming out here these days, in my opinion. But we'll talk about that more, all right? But shout out to Devil. Capcom's Devil May Cry 5 joins GeForce Now. Plus, Gears Tactics and The Crew Motorfest lead 15 new games joining the cloud this week. Shout out to the GeForce Now community, who is growing at a rapid pace, especially after STARFIELD dropped. The stealth drop that it was yesterday. STARFIELD is now available on GeForce Now. There, it's out of my system, all right? Oh, and it is amazing, by the way. All right, oh, and it may run better than any device you might have played the game on. So check out GeForce Now, and if you can, move up to the ultimate tier ASAP. Try it out, let me know what you think about it. It is $19.99 USD. I'm not here to sell it. I don't have to do that. GeForce Now does that, Nvidia does that. I just let you all know what that price is. So if you have that, jump in today. Let's conversate about it. Try STARFIELD, try Devil May Cry 5, try your favorite game that you see in the GeForce Now library, and then let's talk, and then maybe you might be as excited as I am. Let's move on down, because GFN Thursday is downright demonic as Devil May Cry 5 comes to GeForce Now. Capcom's action-packed third-person brawler leads 15 titles joining the GeForce Now library this week, including Gears Tactics and The Crew Motorfest. It's also the last week to take on the Ultimate Kovacs Challenge. Now, speaking of this challenge right here, you all, I want to let you know that I did participate each and every week. You know what I mean? And I think I'm on a leaderboard, so I'm about to take the opportunity to highlight everybody that's here right now, not individually because I don't have time, but there's the top 10 right there. Let me go back up there because they put the work in. They deserve a little bit of a spotlight, right? Okay, and then 11 through 20. All right, there you go. Mr. Hombrolo, I know a thing or two about this guy. We chop it up behind the scenes, y'all. And I'm telling you right now, we have a whole lot of fun out there trying to climb the leaderboards. Okay, now there's other people on here that I know as well, and we do the same thing. But I'm gonna highlight everybody that's taking the time to join me, okay, because I should be here somewhere. Silver Dragon, the guy that inspired me to do better, the guy that broke 2K, the guy that's really the reason why I'm on the challenge right now, because I need to beat this 2277. Shout out to you, man. You know who you are. Let's go. Moving on down, at some point we got Virtual Cloud VC. He makes content on GeForce Now and other cloud gaming as well. Y'all check him out on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Tell him I said what's up. He knows your boy. And there I am, Project Storm right there, number 47 with a score of 2151.70. We had to put that .70 on there because it just sounds right, right? And moving on down, I'm gonna go all the way down to 100, man. All right, and this has been a whole lot of fun because so many people I know jump into this challenge thinking that they suck, and then after like 10 or 15 minutes they realize, oh, I can hit 500, and then they realize, oh, I can break 1,000, and then they realize they can break 1,500, and they're in the club with me at 2K before you know it. But we're gonna get back on track, y'all, and we're gonna move on to let you all know that it's time to get on the leaderboard today for a chance to win a 240 hertz gaming monitor, a gaming Chromebook, GeForce Now memberships, or other prizes. So there you have it. That's the reason why you see so many people out there on the leaderboards right now. They're taking a stab at getting one of these great prizes, and you can too. GeForce Now memberships or other prizes. Now people keep talking about GeForce Now memberships. Project Storm, can you give me one? How do I get GeForce Now Ultimate? Because Ultimate is the real deal. All right. The free tier is an entry-level way to get your hands into your feet wet in cloud gaming, and then priority takes it up a notch to, you know, that's that mid-level. You get high performance right there, and then the ultimate tier. We're not even going to talk about that right now because I will shut this stream down and start playing games right now. So we're not even going to speak about the ultimate tier. That's how good it is. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, look into it. Sign up today. The Devil Returns. Devil May Cry 5 is the next title from Capcom's catalog to come to GeForce Now. Members can stream all of its high-octane, stylish action at GeForce RTX quality with nearly any device, thanks to the power of GeForce Now cloud gaming servers, aka the SuperPods, y'all. They are amazing. The threat of demonic power has returned to menace the world once again. Take on hordes of enemies as Nero, B, or the legendary Dante, shout out to Dante, with the ramped up sword and gameplay that the series is known for. Battle epic bosses in adrenaline-fueled fights across the overrun Red Grave City, all to the beat of a truly killer soundtrack. Take the action on the go thanks to the power of the cloud. GeForce Now Priority members can take the fight with them across nearly any device at up to 1080p and 60 frames per second. And what if I told you all that you can play GeForce Now in a browser like the Chrome browser or the Edge browser? I can play STARFIELD today. In fact, I might just do that at 1440p 120 FPS in a browser. Are you interested yet? Take the action on the go to the power of the cloud, y'all, it says. On the go, that means your mobile phone, your iPad, all right, and other devices. STARFIELD, all these AAA games, Cyberpunk, everything else, y'all. If it's available on GeForce Now, you'll most likely be able to stream it on different devices, like my desktop PC right now that I like to play on. Love it. Kicking it into high gear. Rise up and fight, members. Gears Tactics is the next PC Game Pass title to arrive in the cloud. Gears Tactics is a fast-paced, turn-based strategy game from one of the most acclaimed video game franchises, and that's Gears of War. Set a dozen years before the first Gears of War game, the Gears Tactics story opens as cities on the planet. Now I want to make sure I'm reading this right. Opens as cities on the planet Sarah begin falling to the monstrous threat rising from underground, the Locust Horde. And see, that's what I'm talking about. See, it's me. I read that wrong. But it's okay, because whoever writes this does a phenomenal job, y'all. Let's continue. With the government in disarray, a squad of survivors emerges as humanity's last hope. Play as a defiant soldier Gabe Diaz to recruit, develop, and command squads on a desperate mission to hunt down the powerful leader of the Locust Army, Yukon, the group's monster-making mastermind. Listen to how that sounds, and you see what I'm talking about? Let me read this one more time. Play as the defiant soldier Gabe Diaz to recruit, develop, and command squads on a desperate mission to hunt down the relentless and powerful leader of the Locust Army, Yukon, the group's monster-making mastermind. Man, I'm telling y'all. Shout out to the person that wrote this again. Fight for survival and outsmart the enemy with the sharpness of 4K resolution streaming from the cloud with the GeForce NOW Ultimate membership. There it is, y'all. I'm done talking. 4K resolution streaming from the cloud with GeForce NOW Ultimate. Hey guys, it's the real deal. I'm trying to tell you all right now, if you don't believe anything I say, believe that GeForce NOW Ultimate is top shelf. It's otherworldly, y'all. It's unfair to the competition. It's so many things, man. I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. But hit the road, Jack. The Crew Motorfest also comes to GeForce NOW this week. The latest entry in Ubisoft's racing franchise drops drivers into the open roads of Oahu, Hawaii. Get behind the wheel of 600 plus iconic vehicles from the past, present, and future, including sleek sports cars, rugged off-road vehicles, and high-performance racing machines. Race along or with friends through the bustling city of Honolulu. Test off-roading skills on the ashy slopes of a volcano, or kick back on the sunny beaches behind the wheel of a buggy. And I know it reminds you of Forza Horizon 5, and it reminds me of Forza Horizon 5 as well. But it is the Crew Motorfest, and they would be wise to be inspired by Forza Horizon 5. Is only one of the best racing games of all time, franchises of all times, y'all. Members can take a test drive from September 14th to the 17th with a 5-hour free trial. Explore the vibrant Hawaiian open world, participate in thrilling driving activities, and collect prestigious cars, with all progress carrying over to the full game purchase. Now, I've already streamed this game on the channel as well. You can check that out. I just dropped that like a couple days ago. So do check it out if you want to see how the game runs on GeForce NOW at 4K. Up to 120 FPS, or well, basically it's locked at 60 right now. And I'm sure they'll release an update that allows it to hit over 60 FPS, or at least I'm hoping Ubisoft listens to me and gets that done, because I love when everything is at higher FPS. It makes everything smoother, less latency, and all that stuff, right? Take the pole position with the GeForce NOW Ultimate membership to stream the Crew Motorfest and more than 1,600 other titles at the highest frame rates. Upgrade today. A new challenge. Now we're going to highlight the games, and we're going to highlight the developers who make the games and the publishers who publish these games as well. All right. With GeForce NOW, there's always something new to play. Here's what's hitting the playlist this week, and they're all waiting right up here if you didn't notice it. But what are you planning to play this weekend? Let us know on Twitter or in the comments below. And while you're over there, follow GeForce NOW at Nvidia GFN, you all, so that way when they stealth drop STARFIELD on our domes, you're able to stream that right away, like I did yesterday. Man, shout out to GeForce NOW, Xbox, and everybody else responsible for my high-level gaming. It's my new habit, it's my new addiction, but it's controlled addiction. And it's a good addiction. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, we're going to go up here and highlight the stars of the show, and that is these games right now. All right. First up, if you're ready, it's Tabernacle. Okay. Now this one right here dropped on September 11th. Shout out to everybody that lost their lives and everybody that served on that day, man. September 11th. Historic day, y'all. 2023 though. Positive reviews. All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna get to Gunbrella next. That's Gunbrella. Very positive reviews, released on September 13th, 2023. Developed by Doink Soft, published by Devolver Digital. Shout out to them. Next up is The Crew Motorfest Standard Edition. I have Ubisoft PC access and everything, so I was able to jump into the game a little early. But if you want to jump in, you can do so at the price point right here. That's $14.99 USD, and I'm not sure if that's the actual price. I don't know if that's the locked-in price that I got. You might want to check that out, you all, because I've had Ubisoft Connect for a while, or Ubisoft Plus. Next up, we have Amnesia, The Bunker, a game that I was gonna buy, but then I said no, because this one might come to Game Pass and I'll be able to stream it on GeForce Now. And look, optimized for Xbox Series X and S. Shout out to all the Xbox Series X and S users. I have a Series X, as in xylophone myself. But when it comes to Starfield, you're able to stream that thing at 4K, 60 FPS and higher. So this is why everybody's excited, man. All right? It's just something to think about. Here we go, though. Frictional Games developed this one, published by Frictional Games as well, with the June 6, 2023 release. All right? Next up, we have Descenders, a game that I have tried. Wasn't that great at it. All right? But I did try it, and it was some fun. Right now, we're going to shout out Raid Squid, the developer, publisher, No More Robots. All right. Next up is Devil May Cry 5, a game that I just purchased because it's on sale right now, and you can too. I went ahead and got the Devil May Cry 5 plus Virgil, and I'm going to be playing as Virgil when I play the game. Now, I'm not that great at it. I've never finished a Devil May Cry game. I know they're historic and all that stuff. Overwhelmingly positive reviews. Released on March 7, 2019, developed and published by Capcom Co. Limited. Next up is Gears Tactics. All right. Developed by Splash Damage and the Coalition, published by Xbox Game Studios. Shout out to you all. We know what Gears of War franchise is all about. Next is Last Call BBS. Developed by Zachtronics, published by them as well. Next up is The Matchless Kung Fu, a game that looks very cool, and I didn't know anything about it. This is why I like breaking this down, y'all. There's so many games out here I can't keep up. Very positive reviews. Release date August 30th, 2023. Developed by Juan Mos Game, published by Bilibili. Next is Mega City Police. Mostly positive reviews overall. July 28, 2023 release date. Developed by Undreamed Games, published by Ravenage Games. Next is Opus Magnum. This one right here is developed and published by Zachtronics as well. All right, and you can see the reviews for each of these games by looking right here. And it's cool to see this right now. I'm at the Microsoft Store. Talking about Xbox games on GeForce Now that can instantly be streamed. No need to download them. You know what I mean? If you have the game, I'll show you real quick and then we'll continue. But if you have the game, like Starfield is right here, for example, right? If I want to play the game, I just click on the box, all right? Click to the side of the box, and then you have Steam, if you have the game on Steam, or Xbox, if you purchased the game on Xbox. And if you didn't purchase yet, you hit this Get button right here, and it'll take you right to the storefront where you can buy the game. It's that simple, and then you're able to stream that game at whatever you want to stream it at. 4K, 1440p, 1080p, ridiculous FPS. Party never stops, y'all. But let's get back and go to the next game, and that is Remnant 2. Okay. Remnant 2 is a game that runs exceptionally well because it has DLSS 3 frame generation support. And y'all know I love frame generation. I love it so much I don't talk about it when my wife is at home. You know what I mean? But right now, We're going to shout out developer Gunfire Games because they did a hell of a job, man, especially with Unreal Engine 5. Published by Gearbox Publishing. Released on July 25th, 2023. Next is Space Hulk Deathwing Enhanced Edition. Developed by Strum On Studio, if I said that correctly. Published by Focus Entertainment. Next is Super Hot, a game that frustrated me, but I will play it. I will play it again one day. All right, Super Hot Team is the developer and the publisher, released on February 1st, 2019, and we're almost done, y'all. Last but not least, we have Vampire, a game that I actually finished, but I want to go back and see how it runs on GeForce Now, so I will take that for a spin, as well as many Xbox Game Pass PC games that I could possibly try, because I don't have to download and install them. All right, now let's go ahead and kill the music real quick. We're gonna try to launch into Devil May Cry 5 at this point. Okay, now this is the desktop PC app, and here's the game right here. You can see that these labels are so cool, by the way. It lets you know when it's a free weekend on the Crew Motorfest. New game, STARFIELD, games that are great to play on GeForce Now and play at 240 FPS, and you begin to see it great in 4K, things like that, right? But what we're gonna do is jump right into it by hitting the play button, because I purchased it on Steam, and that's the only way you can stream it right now on GeForce Now, is if you had the game on Steam. So here we go. Before I do that, do I need to show you all the settings? I can always show it in game. You can always trust that I'm going to be running this at 4K 120 FPS unless I'm streaming in the browser, or unless I'm intentionally trying to showcase 1080p 240 FPS. All right. I'm only going to play for like a matter of seconds, and then I'm going to get you out of here, and then you're going to subscribe because you want to see what Starfield and other games are looking like running on GeForce Now's Ultimate tier before you decide to jump on in yourself. All right. If you're serious about high quality PC gaming, y'all, the Ultimate tier is the way to go. Okay, it is the way to go. Now, here we go. We're gonna hit Control+G real quick. We're gonna hit that settings cog. We're gonna hit gameplay, and then we're gonna see that I'm streaming this with a bit rate maxed out. That's 75 megabits per second, y'all, so everything looks crispy. And if you can't hit this, don't worry. You can move the slider down to 30 if you want, or whatever. 4K resolution, 120 FPS is the setting. We're going to get higher than that in game. So one day when GeForce Now decides to update that to 144 FPS or 165 or 240 or 360, we'll have a lot of games to enjoy at those FPS levels. All right, VSync adaptive and all the things that you see right here. All right, upscale mode, AI enhanced, detail enhancement, medium for 4K. You can put it on high. It really doesn't seem to make a lot of a difference between medium and high, so I'll leave it on medium. All right, you can put it on whatever you want. And the heads up display, you can change this by coming down here to position. All right, once you click it, it moves over to the right, as you see right here. You put it back to the left if you want. You put it down bottom right and bottom left. I'm going to keep mine up top left right now, and we're about to go and get you all out of here. Now, not going to play a game like this with keyboard and mouse, even though I probably might do better. But Capcom presents. All right, let's get past this for right now. I want to give you all a little bit of gameplay. And again, I'm not a master at this game by any means, but I do get better at any game I play, right? Not horrible at anything I play. Sometimes I'm elite. Sometimes I'm just average, and that's okay, y'all. You can't be great at everything. You just need to be good at a lot. All right. Now, let's hit Control+N. Bring up the full overlay. It shows you my server location, US Northeast. It will show you yours as well. You hit Control+N. 4K, as you can see at the bottom, it says stream resolution, 4K, 16:9, right? And all the other stats up there, frame loss, packet loss. You want to bring this up so you can see if you're having issues with your connection. All right, so if you sign up to GeForce Now today because I told you to, and everything is red and it's going haywire, that's not a Project Storm issue. It may not be a GeForce Now issue, y'all. I go through it sometimes myself, and I have to remember to reset my router and equipment, and everything begins to work as advertised. All right. But for the most part, I have like 98% of the time, I'm having an experience that I just can't believe on GeForce Now using the Ultimate tier, y'all. All right. Now, let's hit Control plus N again to minimize that. And here you have it. This game is already looking detailed. Look at those boots, man. Look at the leather, the cracks in the leather, the sole of the boots, all that stuff, man. You can begin to see the details already. Do I need to play and show y'all how much I suck at the game? Yes. Yes, I do. I'm not going to run from it. Look at the glasses, though. I'm just looking at all the details right now. Psh, ridiculous, y'all. Ridiculous levels of detail. FPS over 120, like I said, and I know it will be the same way in game. All right, let's go ahead and look at it. I want to skip, but look how good this looks. All right, we're gonna hit the start button. I'm using the Xbox Series X controller, as you saw over there. It went up to like 600 and something frames per second for a second. You know what I mean? So it does go higher than 120 for anybody that wonders that, like I did when I first tried GeForce Now Ultimate. All right, and I've already hit up to I've hit the 1,000 FPS or over 1,000 mark, and when that happens, you see like three little rectangular dots. All right, because it won't even show 1,000 plus FPS, man. You're breaking the overlay at that point. All right, now I'm gonna show you the settings. I think you all can believe already that this is 4K. It has PC options. I love to see this. I want to see it in more games, man. Look out for the PC players. 4K, 120. All right, you can't go higher than 120 because GeForce Now only does 120, right? But in game, you will see that FPS counter go above 120, as I said earlier. These are the settings that I like to go with. Okay. Color range, I might play around with that. BT 709. I'm not sure if that's the equivalent to Rec 709 or anything, but it makes the blacks darker. But I don't want any real like crushing going on or anything like that. So I will leave it like this. We're gonna jump into a new game because I did sample it. All right. And I did come in and change the settings because I knew that I might have to go in and tweak the settings. And that happens, you know, when you first launch a game or whatever. Let's go to mission select. We'll delete that because I'm going to get better at the game anyway. Mission 1. Here we go. Now I want to keep an eye on that FPS counter up there, and I want you to look at the left hand side. That's where the magic happens. GeForce Now is delivering 120 FPS stream, as you can see in the middle section of this overlay right here. All right, in the middle, 120 FPS stream. Over here is FPS in game. Okay, now let's hit mission start, and we're gonna play as Virgil. Look at that FPS counter, 550. And I know it's in menu, but it's still something to be amazed at. Now, I'm not going to really know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to hit this guy up right now. We're going to spam a little bit, get them out of here. I don't know what they are. Cricket hoppers. What the hell are these? Okay. Hey, I know people, you've heard of grasshoppers, but have you ever heard of a cricket hopper? All right. Woo! Wasn't expecting that. Let's go. Chop them up. And they gave me a D rating, man. See, I need to get fancy, and I will. I will. But this is not a real easy franchise to play. I know that much. At least in my opinion, it's not. Okay. All right, but this is how it's running, already at over 240 FPS at times, y'all. Oh, what is this? I have a feeling it's gonna, okay. Thought it was gonna kill me. I need to get higher than the C. Okay. Let's lock on. How do you lock on? RB. RB. Here we go. All right. And that's all you're going to get right here, people. I told you I'm not the best. All right. So if you're better than me at the game, let me know. Drop a comment. I'll come to your channel, subscribe, and all that stuff. And I want to see how you all play so I can learn a couple tips. All right. But there we go. GeForce Now Ultimate. Now you see why I talk about it the way I do. No latency, no lag. Beautiful graphics, just high performance, man. But I'm used to this already. All right. Until next time, you all, there's 3 things I need you all to do. Let's keep it safe, keep it positive, keep it gaming. Keep it locked to the channel for more GeForce Now Ultimate gameplay. I will be playing a lot of STARFIELD and other games, y'all. There's too many games to even think about right now. So I'm about to get out of here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next week, peace.